I'm sure most of you know Morgan Turner. She's a great beauty YouTuber here. She's a makeup artist. She's very knowledgeable of the products that she uses, and she's just the cutest thing. Well, Morgan Turner did collaborate with this indie brand, Oden's Eye, and they collaborated to make her palette. And I've always wanted to try palettes from Oden's Eye. I've heard it's very pigmented, metallic shades, you know, has that wow factor. But some of the palettes, I have to be honest, they are a little out there for me. Just too colorful. So when I saw Morgan's video about her palette, and I'll link that one down below, that was a perfect one for me to try Oden's Eye's formula. And also to support Morgan Turner. Like I said, she's just the cutest thing. So this collection is called the Love Language Collection. It has an eyeshadow palette and 5 different lip products. And I picked up the eyeshadow palette, of course, and 1 lip product. And it's inspired by the magic of Valentine's Day. The Love Language palette features a stunning mix of enchanting purples and romantic pinks. Morgan handpicked warm, velvety tones and soft, dreamy shades to create a palette that's both playful and perfect for the season. Whether you're going for a soft, everyday glow or a bold, love-struck statement, this palette has everything you need to express your love language through makeup. So let's take a look at the eyeshadow palette first. You can see the cover. It does have, I guess, a portrait artwork of Morgan Turner herself with Love Language palette there. And here's what the back looks like. It has the names and gives some information. It did come in the sleeve, which is the same cover as the palette, and it also include a note. And I'm going to put it up here, and if you want to push pause and read it. And on the back it has artwork. The palette does come in cardboard packaging with a magnetic closure, and you open it up. It does have a mirror, but it's in the shape of 2 hearts. And then here is the Love Language palette. It's 16 shades of mattes, metallics, and shimmers with purples and pinks in here. The palette costs $43.90, and as of today it is sold out. It was released on Valentine's Day, February 14th, and I did order it on that day, and I didn't receive it until 2 weeks later. Now I did notice, I think it was last week, that Morgan did a video on some of the shipping issues. It seems like people still haven't received it yet, and it's been a month now since it's been released. But in all honesty, when I didn't get it for 2 weeks, I thought, you know, it is an indie brand. They do ship a little bit slower. It's not like these big companies that has, you know, UPS on their doorstep every day. So I didn't think much of it when I received it 2 weeks later. But 4 weeks, yeah, I can see it where people could get, you know, a little upset with that. But Morgan did come out and do a video and explained what happened, and it's, you know, it's really not her fault. I guess Oden's Eye is just at the hands of the shipping companies. So hopefully everybody who's ordered it has received it and is having fun playing with it. And I know I have. So again, here is the palette, and how she explained it is that each kind of quadrant you could make its own look. You have some pinks here, some neutral shades here, your purples with golds, and your really good purples here with the eggplant shade. And those pretty purple metallics. They are pretty. Let's do some live swatches with these shades, and she did kind of explain how she came out with these colors and also the names. I have noticed that the lighting is kind of off. I went ahead and ordered 2 new lights to replace these. These are old ring lights that I have. Also in front of a window here. So hopefully the 2 light panels will work. I just kind of wish that someone would come here and set everything up here. You know, fix the lights, fix the camera settings, because I'm not very tech savvy here. But anywho, let's go ahead and start swatching these shades. I'm kind of swatch savvy. And let's start with this first shade, Heart. This is a pink base with multicolored shimmers. Yeah, and I can see some pinks and golds and kind of like a white gold in here as well. Next is Valentine, and that's a rose gold metallic base with pink shimmer. And this one's a little bit more smoothing than Heart. Heart is a little bit more glittier. This one's Service, which is a nude skin tone light matte finish. Let me swatch that one a little bit better. There we go. This deep coffee brown matte is Quality Time. And even though it is swatching very deep, you can build it up very nicely. It's not scary, because when you see it, you know, you want to go very lightly with it, but it does build up very nice. Next is Cuddles, which has a pink base with pink shimmer. Amore is a light pink matte. And you can use this one as a blush as well, which I have. Affirmation, which is a milky coffee matte. Touch is a light champagne gold with pearl metallic sheen and fine shimmer. And this one is very smoothing. Now let's get into the purple shades, and this one is Flirt, which is a blue iridescent shimmer. And yeah, I hope you can see that blue shift in there. Treat is a violet metallic. Date Night is a deep violet matte. Daydream is a silver base with rainbow shimmer. 829 is a light gold with intense metallic sparkle and chunky texture. Giggle is a brown matte. But I think this one does have a little bit more of a purple undertone, and it's a little bit cool tone too. And the next one is Gifts, and it's what I have on this eye right now. And let's put you over here. And it's a purple base with multicolor shimmer. And the last one is Crush. I'm running out of room, so let's put you here. That's a light purple matte. And then here are the swatches of the Love Language palette. Let's talk about the lip products. There are 5 different shades and they come in 3 different formulas. These do cost $13.90 each, and this is the packaging. Same kind of purple and pinks. There's one matte lip stain, and that's a velvet lightweight matte formula, and the shade is LOML. I forgot what she explained what that is. It's a sophisticated dusty rose with a hint of magenta. And there are 2 shine lip stain, which is a hydrating lightweight formula with a luminous glossy finish. There's Bezo, that's a vibrant cool pink, and Kisses, a soft wearable nude pink with a natural glossy sheen. And that's what I picked up, Kisses. And then there are 2 glow lip glosses. Some moisturizing lip gloss that delivers a high shine finish with a touch of sparkle. There's Snuggle, which is a warm translucent orange base with golden and iridescent shimmer. And Love Language, a soft sheer pink base with a delicate silver shimmer. So again, I picked up Kisses. I thought this would be like a liquid lipstick, but it's very creamy and it's not drying at all. And I did use a lip liner with this look, and we'll get into that when I show you the look, but it is very comfortable on. It's not very long lasting, but it is comfortable on. So in the beginning, how I wanted to do this video, I wanted to do 2 looks, but after the second look, I thought, you know, let me do another look, less vibrant. So when I sat down here to do the third look, I decided, you know what, let me just do a different look in each eye. So there's 4 looks that I did with this palette. Yeah, I kept changing my mind as I went along, but anywho, I did 4 looks with this palette. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'll see you on the other side. I'm gonna have to try some of these purple shades, and let's start with this one here in the bottom corner. I believe that's Crush. And let's put you in the crease. Okay, 1 dip and you get all of that. I have to say it is pigmented though, wow. Now I wanna try this shade Giggle. Place that in the outer corner and in my crease as well. Those 2 shades look pretty good. It's not muddying with each other. Now let's go into this deep purple shade, Date Night. Probably should not have gone in that much. And place you in the outer corner. All right, it's not as scary as I thought. I can go in one more time. So far, the 3 purple shades look pretty good together. It's not muddying with each other. You can see the colors separate from each other. All right, now let's go into some of these metallic shades. I'm gonna use my finger and go into this one, Treat. I'm gonna place that over the matte shade and just stick in the center. This one does have a little bit of a shimmer to it. It's not very metallic-y, but does have shine, and that is a pretty color though. And very smoothing. Yeah, I like that color. Very pretty. All right, I don't know which metallic shade to use. Do I want to use this one, Flirt, that has a little bit of a blue shift, or this one, Daydream, that has a little bit more, I guess, light purple, or this one, which is Gifts, which is more of a purple. Let's go into this one, the blue shift one, Flirt. This one right here. Let's try with the blue shift and place that in the inner corner. Yeah, this is out there. Just kind of bring that in. Wow, there's a lot of pigment here. It goes on. And there is some fallout. Oh yeah, there's a lot of fallout with that one, even on my lashes. Let me just deepen up the outer corner a little bit. And then just bring a fluffy brush and just blend the top part out with no product on there. Wow, that is a purpley blue look, isn't it? Probably should have used this shade purple, because this is another pretty one as well. Another look maybe. All right, let me clean up and I'll come back and do underneath my eyes. So let's go into this first shade. I use Crush and place that underneath. Now I have to admit this does look a little bit dark, so I'm going to try this. Probably going to mess up the look, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to get a small flat shader brush and go into this one, Crush, and place that in the inner corner. I'm going to go into Date Night and place that in the outer edge underneath. I think for the waterline, I'm going to go in with this shade from Chanel Taupe Fumé. It's a new one that they just came out with from the Camellia Futura collection, and I'm going to place that in the waterline. I like this for the waterline because it's very subtle there. It gives it some color without giving it a lot of color. And then next I'm going to use my liquid liner for the top lash line and mascara. Let's use this shade Amore as a blush. Just going to tap in once because she did say we can use this as a blush, but I think it may be too light for my skin tone. Not bad. Not bad at all, actually. I just have to be careful not to put the brush in this shade here. And here's the finished look using her lipstick Kisses. This is a very deep, dramatic look. This is not for every day, for sure. But it's very pretty. I do like the purple shades. It's not very cool toned. You can see the different shades that I used, and that metallic shade with the blue shift. That brought a little something to this look. And also putting that lighter shade, which one? It's more of a shimmer shade, not a metallic shade. Touch, just kind of helped brighten it up a little bit. And I can see why she called it love language, because this would be perfect for a date night. I mean, now I'm looking in the mirror and it's, you know, it's not bad. Now I am seeing some fallout on my cheeks after I cleaned it off. So I don't know if I'm gonna have a lot of glitter here on my cheeks throughout the day. But I have to say it is a pretty look. I do like the purple shades in here, especially the outer corner one. This eggplant shade Date Night. I like this one. You know, I thought I was gonna do just 2 looks in this video, but I think I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna try to do one that's not very dramatic and not very deep. But sometimes you look at these shades and you get carried away and it's like, ooh, I wanna try this one, I wanna try that one. But I'm gonna try to do one more look. I mean, I do like this purple shade. I wanna try this one. That's pretty. And I want to try this gold shade as well. Something that we have in, you know, in a lot of our palettes. It's very shiny. But anywho, here's the finished look of the second look. And then I'm going to do one more look after this. So let's go ahead and get into that. Let's see what I can do with this last look. And let's start with this shade Amore. And let's place you in the crease. And I'll also use this as a blush shade again because it is a pretty cool tone pink. Now I want to go in the outer corner with this shade, Quality Time. And this shade is very buildable and blendable too. I don't know if I should just use one of these shades or both of them, because I do want to try this beautiful purple shade, Gifts, because I think that's going to be very pretty. But I also want to try this gold shade, 829. Well, let's try using them both. There goes trying to make a subtle look, huh? But this one is pretty, this purple shade. Okay, there is some fallout with that shade, which I'm noticing a lot with these metallic shades. All right, I'm changing my mind again. I thought I was going to use both of those shades for, you know, one eye look, but let me use the purple shade on this side and the gold shade on this side. Let's just see how that would work. So kind of like 2 different lid shade looks with the same, you know, transition shade and the outer corner shade. This one is very glittery and there's a lot of fallout with it. Okay, let me get a flat shader brush so I can get it way up there in my crease. And then let me just deepen up the outer corner. Yeah, there is a lot of fallout, especially with that shade A29. For underneath my eyes, I'm pretty much going to use the same shades. So let's start with this one, Amour. And then Quality Time. And place you in the outer corner. Before I finish up, let's add the blush. But I'm going to use a bronzer. And I'm going to go into this edit by Hourglass, the edit number 3, and use the middle shade here, which is Transcendent Light. And then let's go back into Amour for the blush. And I do have to use a small brush because of the pan size, but Morgan did say that if they do another production, she'd like to move this shade over here, so it'll be easier with a brush. And I have to say it is a pretty blush for it being kind of light for my skin tone, but it's very pretty, very subtle. Definitely need a bronzer or a contour first for this shade. All right, let me finish up and I'll be right back. For the lips, I'm gonna line them with this shade from Sicily Paris in Chocolate, and then using the shade Kisses. And I really do like this lip combo for a nude lip. And here are the finished looks. And what do you think? Let me let you know what I think, and let's start with the lip product Kisses. I do like it. This is a really pretty nude for my skin tone. I do need to use a lip liner though, and the best combo that I found is using this one by Sicily Paris in the shade Chocolate. I think that really does make my lips look fuller. Really do like it's very comfortable on the lips. Again, it's not very long lasting, but I do like the texture of it, and I do like the feel of it, and I do like the color. And for under $14, not bad. Now let's get into the Love Language palette. You know, it's really good. I think Morgan did a great job curating the colors for this palette. Now when you first look at it, it does look bright, but I have to say these are colors that I would wear. Because some of the other products that Oden's Eye have, like I said in the beginning, they're kind of out there for me. But this one, I just love the purples and the pinks in here. And the gold too. I have to say the first two looks were kind of out there though, especially the second one. Even when my husband came home, he goes, wow, that's really purple. The first one is very pretty too, very pink, very romantic. And then these two, you know, I like them both, and I'm glad I did it this way because the matte shades are the same on both sides, just different metallics on the lids. Even underneath my eyes is the same, and in my waterline is the same, and I'll list all the products down below. And the eyeliner as well. I like this one, and my husband likes this one. I know. The only thing is that it does have some fallout, and I'm seeing a little bit, after I cleaned it off, I'm still seeing some fallout here on top of my makeup. And then this gold shade A29, it's not as smoothing as this one gives. It's a little bit more glittery, kind of like a shadow topper, but I do like the color. And we do have shades very similar to this, but it's a different texture. And this one also has some fallout, and I'm seeing some here on my cheeks as well. Gold on this side and kind of blue purple on this side. So yeah, it does have fallout, and even as you clean up and put your rest of your makeup on, there is some fallout after that. So that's one con about the formula, but the shades are pretty. You can do out there looks, date night looks, and this for me is kind of like almost every day. It's not like just to go to Walmart or anything, but you know, if I have to go to Dallas or anything like this, both of these I would wear. But I just love the purple, and Morgan did say that Oden's Eye knows how to do purple shades because sometimes they can be a little ashy, a little dirty, a little blotchy, but the purple shades in this palette, they did a good job, and Morgan did a great job finding the colors. And also using this shade Amour as a blush, I think it's very pretty. I was a little, you know, worried about it because it could be a little bit light, but it's a very flattering pink shade as a blush. I just need to use a bronzer or contour underneath it, and it doesn't look powdery at all. It just blends into the skin. So Morgan, you did a great job with this palette. I love the shades. The formula is very blendable. It's very pigmented. The only things the metallics do have fallout. And I'm glad I'm trying Oden's Eye product and starting out with Morgan Turner's Love Language palette. Well, alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of using Morgan Turner's in collaboration with Oden's Eye, using her Love Language palette and her lip product as well. And if you liked and enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this, and you'll have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.